Hello friends, part 2 of our podcast from Thursday's class for the B period. We just finished in the first part finding the mean or the expected value, and we said that 2.78 would be the average grade for this class given this probability distribution. The next problem we're going to look at is 7.28. So same distribution, but now we want to find the standard deviation for what I just found. Now remember that we already said mu is 2.78, and for our purposes, just to be able to do it in general, we're going to say that we got that by doing the sum of L3, and that'll be important in a second. So let's hit this formula for a sec. So as a reminder, we said that all we're going to do is take that mean that we already found, okay, and we are going to subtract that mean that we found from each x, that's this. We're going to square it, and then we're going to multiply it times the probability, and we're going to do that for each one of these all the way up to the end, and that sum, when we add it up, okay, that is going to be our variance, and then we take the square root to get the standard deviation. All right, so back to the problem. Pop open the calculator. So here's what we just did. For each one, we're going to take the x, which is in L1. So second, let me clear this out. L1. I'm going to clear this all out and start over just to make it clear. All right. So we're going to take, and let me do this. If I hit second enter, that's the last problem I did, and that's the 2.78, which is the mean. So to find the variance, I'm going to take each x, which is in L1. I am going to subtract the mu. Now that mu is the answer to the last problem I just found. So I'll just hit second negative sign. Each one of those is going to get squared. That means it's the x squared. And then each one is going to be multiplied by its probability, which is in L2. So when I hit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to store this in L4. So it's going to take that math for that formula, and it's going to do it for each one. And now you should know, if I sum, all right, and to get to that second list, one left arrow, 5. If I sum L4, that's the variance, and the standard deviation has to be the square root of that answer. Second, and the negative sign gives me answer, and boom, there it is. Okay, so these are the steps. And again, this isn't a difficult thing, but it's probably new to you, so you're going to have to sit down. So you should take any probability distribution that we've worked with in the last 4 weeks of class and calculate the expected value, the mean of the distribution, and find its variance and standard deviation. And again, you want to be locked and loaded with the idea that the standard deviation is the square root of the variance, and the variance is the standard deviation squared. All right, I'm going to call it good. You got some homework problems to practice, but for right now, let's just say we want to know how to find the mean and standard deviation of any probability distribution.